Hey yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Askvibe. In this podcast, we're going to talk about how long does it take to be a good MC.
Let me tell you how I do. Tell you how it goes. I'll teach you how it works.
Let me share with you a short story about how I became a club MC. I started off as a rapper. I performed in a lot of underground gigs back then in the early 90s and early 2000. And the underground gigs are like where people will rush into the place during the daytime, on the weekends, on Saturdays. We will have flyers. We don't use all this Instagram and stuff back then. It was all physical flyers in the papers. They will print out posters with names and so on. So I used to perform with my friends in a lot of underground shows. And obviously, once I got this opportunity to join in a competition, which is called the Urban Rap Battle Competition. So it started off from the audition, and it went up to the finals. So I managed to get into the finals, and the finals was held in Backroom Kuala Lumpur. I mean, you ask all the old guys, they would definitely know where is Backroom. Backroom used to be one of the hottest spot to party on the weekends. Everybody will rush to that place. It's not easy to get in though. Yeah. So yeah, it was held in Backroom, and I won the competition. Not the champion, but I became the first runner-up. So here's, yeah, it looks quite cheap right now if I were to compare. But yeah, it's for me. Yeah, check this out. It's Backroom Kuala Lumpur. It was in the early 2002. So yep. So the master of ceremony for the urban rap battle. So I won this competition. Right after that, I was given an opportunity to stay back in the club and see what's up with the scene. So I stood. I waited for the party to start. So about 12-ish, the party started, and that's when I got the culture shock. Like, whoa, this is how the party scene goes. Man, it was one heck of an era. Everybody would just go in, rush to the place, and they would start dancing. During that era, I think all this sea walk, crip walk, and that kind of stuff was so popular. You can see everybody just moving. They are not on the phone. We had what, Nokia 3210, 3310 at that point in time. So nobody's gonna be busy on social media at that era. Yeah, the best you could do with a 3310 is you play this snake game. You know what I mean, right? So yeah, so I stood back at the club, and I know this guy by the name of DJ Augie. DJ Augie was the DJ for the night on a Saturday. So he came out to the decks, and he started jamming. And all of a sudden, I was introduced basically by the organizer to the DJ, like, hey, he's the winner for today. And what Augie did was he called me up and he said, come to the DJ console. That was my very first time walking into a DJ console. I was like, oh shit, this is a DJ console? Man. And it was all vinyls. It was all manual stuff. Nothing was CDJ. No, I think there was a CDJ. I think so, there was a CDJ. But Augie likes to play with vinyls. So I'm sure it was vinyls, which I saw, can't really remember. So what he did was he passed me the mic. That was my first time picking up a PG52 microphone from the console. He gave me the microphone and he said like, hey, listen, I'm gonna give you 4 empty bars before I drop next episode. So I said, hey man, what am I supposed to do? He said, just bust your freestyle in the 4 bars, and right after that, you can just hype along with the song. So of course it was not so good. I did some 4 bar ish, but I was a little panicky at that point of time. So, but then when I went into the song, it was good. I felt the vibe, and this guy came in, Reefa. Reefa walked into, he jumped into the console, and he started spitting. He took the mic and he started going with his freestyle. So that's how I saw the entire freestyle thing going on in the club. It opened my eyes, it really opened my eyes. Then along the way, I started to go and check out in the clubs and what's happening and how do they work. And so along the process, what happened was DJ Faras and DJ Faras together with Yanis. They are like really the people who I would thank them till this very moment because of what they showed me. It got me to the club emceeing business. There was once Yanis called me up. She's like a perfectionist, to be honest with you. So you don't want to mess with her. So it was like one shot, one opportunity kind of thing. She called me up and said, "Hey, let's. I want to get you a gig together with Fuzz in Maison." So I said, "Okay, cool, let's do it." So I went along with Fars in this club called Maison. I started off MCing. Of course, I got a lot of complaints from Yanis because she, like I told you, she's a perfectionist. She knows what's happening because she's been around the world, seeing and managing DJs, artists, and so on. So she knows what she's saying. Of course, I gotta listen to her. She just went like, you talk too much on the mic, and you're too noisy. You kind of going in the wrong bars and stuff like that. So all those criticism was my guideline to improve. That was my guideline to improve. So I'm really thankful to Yanis and DJ Fuss along the way. And there was once I was performing in DB8 with DJ Fars, and this one I gotta tell you, it's very important. I was performing in DB8 with DJ Fars. He plays with his vinyls too. I was performing, I think I was given a Long Island tea by the club as my beverage. See, I didn't know what is all this alcohol. Early days, alcohol keeps coming like beer, the liquor, whatever, vodka. Long Island cocktail came in like in big jug. I kept drinking and I was partying, emceeing. I got drunk. When I got drunk, I didn't know what I was doing. I had no control. I wasn't focused at all. I had no control with my work. I kind of like tripped the needle while Fuzz was playing. So we had a little bit of clash. We had a little bit of argument there, and then things went other ways. So, I called him up the next day. I apologized. I said everything. Like I wasn't in control. It was alcohol and stuff like that. He just told me one thing: when you do your job, you gotta know your job. You gotta stay focused. That's very important. I learned from there about how to be more disciplined when it comes to being on the stage. And if you're performing, you gotta stay focused, because alcohol can just bring you out of control. And that's how I learned that thing from then on. So along the way, it brought me to many places. I started performing on my own. Now, I mean, of course, right after that, we good. Me and Faras, we good. He's still a great guy, a great friend till today. So that's how I got myself to another level, learning from the process of making mistakes. How good? I'm not very sure. As time goes by, when we move forward, your craft that you have with you, it is just not enough. As for me, when I perform on stage, I'm never satisfied. I do not know how to describe this, but I'm never satisfied with whatever I do. I cannot judge by myself. I cannot say like I did a good job. I don't know. And people come to me and tell me, "Hey man, you did a great show," and that's when I picked that up. I picked that up and I said, "Okay, I will keep whatever I did today as my reference to do even better for the next show." Like, of course, people do come to me and say like, "Man, you suck" and shit like that. They criticize. I take this criticism, I take that show as what I did for that night. If people criticize, I will take that into my study to learn like where I did wrong that made people feel annoyed or they didn't like my show. So all of this, I match them together. I discover in making a better show for the crowd. So I really don't know when it comes to being a good MC if there's a due date or a certain extent to be a good MC, because we evolve every single time to do better. If you think that you are good to a certain extent, a certain point, most likely you will have new things coming in. So you gotta suit the new things and keep learning and learning and learning. So for the matter of fact, to be honest with you, I don't see there's a way for us to be good MC. There's always a way for you to improve your craft and keep going and going and going. You gotta keep learning, because this whole thing is about learning and how to do better and to understand what is your you are basically an architect. You gotta just build yourself in some ways to make sure you understand to where you stand as an MC. So yeah, that's my point of view as in how to be a good MC and how long does it take to be a good MC. In short, I gotta be honest with you. As long as you love what you do, you will keep going. Once you hate what you do, that's where you'll not go any further. You will just quit and do something else. So till then, when you keep going, you will get good, better, and you will try to be the best. Peace. Thank you.
Teach you how it works.